Hey everybody. Just got done watching the D2 National Championship game. Unfortunately, my Bearcats couldn't pull it off. Losing by 7 to Minnesota Duluth and losing in our fourth straight national championship appearance. Um, I don't even know where to begin. It seems that all game long we were valiantly outcoached by Minnesota Duluth. Everybody knows my personal feelings on Joel Osborne. And for those of you that don't, I'm not a really big fan of him. Not because he's not a good quarterback, but because he's not consistent. And he hasn't been consistent, and I don't think he gives us the best chance to win. I always thought Bowles was a more dynamic quarterback, and as a sophomore, I'm glad to see him be returning for the next 2 years. That being said, Joel Osborne had a terrible game today. He didn't make smart decisions. He was very indecisive in the pocket, and understandably, our offensive line didn't give him much time to throw. But even when he did have time to throw, he would often scramble back too far. And the thing I can't help but remember was early on in the game in the first half, whenever we lined up for a field goal, and we were in perfect position to make that play. We were in perfect position to make that play, and in a perfect position to score a touchdown. But the fact of the matter is that we didn't. And because Osborne took the sack for a net loss of about like 15 yards or something stupid like that. We were on like the 20-yard line. He gets pushed out of field goal range for Freevert, and when you get pushed out of range for Tommy Freevert, that's a problem. So Oz understandably did not have a good game, and it upset us, upset me. Get some light going on in here. So Osborne didn't play well. He came in late in the fourth. I thought when he didn't need to. Especially when we had when we needed to be put in a position to win. And he doesn't give us the best chance to win. He didn't give us the best chance to win today, and he proved that. He proved a theory that I'd had for a long time, was that he's inconsistent and didn't give us the best chance to win. The best time we were moving the ball with LaRon and with our quarterback was on the few occasions in the third quarter when we did have Blake Bowles in. The officiating. Once again, I don't know where to begin. Um, Early turnover situation in which an obvious PI should have been called that Duluth got a pick from. Um, from even just calls that didn't go our way that were still terrible. From the whole run into the end zone in which the play had to be reviewed because the Duluth player rolled over one of our defenders. And I think it all came to a head late in the fourth quarter with the onside kick. Now, granted, I've never actually sat down and read a football rule book. Yet I am under the impression that if you have the ball when the play stops and when you get tackled on the ground, it should still be your ball. That being said, I don't understand why Northwest Missouri State was not given the football on the onside kick. The line judge made the call, having not seen anything, having looked at a giant pile of football players from both sides. There was no possible way, especially with having the play take place on the other side of that pile, that he could have made that call without looking at the pile. They gave Duluth the ball for no reason. Uramiki landed on the football. He came up with the football, but Duluth was given the ball. As my father eloquently said today, it's become obvious that the way you get chosen for these championship games is not necessarily by how good you are, but it must be a seniority thing, because these Northeastern officials were absolutely terrible today. Lots of blown calls, lots of calls that should have been made that weren't, lots of calls that were made that didn't exist, lots of penalties. A basic understanding of the rules was non-existent from the officials today, and that's a shame on such a big stage. I don't want to make the excuse that we lost because of the officials, because that's obviously not true. We were wildly outcoached today, and we didn't play up to our standards, especially with the number of turnovers that we had and the number of opportunities we gave Duluth. So I will still argue the reason we lost today was because we were outcoached. But the officials definitely didn't help anything, and I think they in a way gave Minnesota Duluth the game, especially towards the end when Northwest Missouri State had all the momentum and a chance to make a big play. That being said, this is year number 4, and I'm much looking forward to Bearcat football next season. I'm looking forward to seeing Blake Bowles start, and I think we have a good chance with Bowles coming back and Ron Council coming back. And hopefully we can keep our defense up to the standard that it is. Hopefully we can get Mo to lose a few more pounds. But this shouldn't be the way that Bearcat football has ended this year, and I'm sad to say that it is. So, that being said, um, that's all I got for the game today. I'm still kind of in shock. I'm still kind of in disbelief. Not only because I really thought our Bearcats were going to do it today, but just because over just the officials and the coaching that I saw today was not up to Churchman standards. Um, I don't I don't know what was up with Churchman today. That doesn't seem like the kind of moves that he would make. Um, and I don't think he gave us the best chance to win today. And that upsets me to say that, but I think it's wholeheartedly true. So that being said, um, that's all I got. Very upsetting loss, and I'm excited for Bearcat football next year. And so there you go. That's a minute well spent.